everybody, this morning I am way east in Fishers, actually just in this park called Geist Park, and behind me there's, you see a little playground and parking lot, little shelter, and Florida Road, like the state, is just off to the east here, so the entrance to the park is over there. But I'm here in Geist Park today just to talk about the Geist District a little bit, and Geist Reservoir some, and just exactly how accessible Geist Reservoir really is to most people, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Jason Compton with the Compton Home Group. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Geist Reservoir, living in the Geist area or Geist District, or Fishers, or nearby McCordsville or Indianapolis, anywhere in Indy or the surrounding metro, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also tap the little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. Now, we have people reaching out to us from all over the country with questions about Geist Reservoir, the Geist District, Indianapolis, of course. So if you have questions at all about anything Indianapolis or any of the cities or towns surrounding Indianapolis, then make sure you reach out any way you know how. We'll always have your back with those questions, and we'll certainly have your back when it comes time for you to make your move to the Indy Metro. So again, today I'm in Geist Park, east of Geist Reservoir, actually a little bit northeast of it, and in Fishers. So I'm actually really pretty far extreme east Fishers, and super sunny day, beautiful day actually, and walking along this path here, and just behind me is Fall Creek. So Fall Creek, if you were to get in a boat and follow it down, you'll get yourself into Geist Reservoir. Now, I'm not getting too close to it right now this morning because this is a pretty popular fishing spot. There are a lot of people. In fact, I see somebody else pulling into the parking lot. I don't know if this is the case for them or not, because there is a pretty cool playground here, and the shelter as well. No, they're pulling out. But people come here in the morning to fish, so I don't want to walk down there and be talking loud and everybody be looking at me and knowing that I'm disturbing the fishing. So staying a little bit of a distance away from them, but a popular place. So in this video, I want to talk about Geist Reservoir some and the whole Geist District. The Geist District, while it doesn't really have official borders, it's a pretty big area. So you could pretty much say, of course, if you live anywhere around Geist Reservoir, you're in Geist District, and even you don't have to live on the water. You can live in some neighborhoods off of the reservoir, and of course you're still in the Geist area, in the Geist District. You're near the reservoir. And there are a lot of positives for living around the reservoir. For one, it's a beautiful area. Lots and lots of trees. You have windy, curvy roads in some different places, and a little topography. It can get just a little, this is Indiana, northern central Indiana, so it's not terribly hilly here. You get into southern Indiana and it can get tremendously hilly, surprisingly so. But around here, get a little rolling topography through there, so it's really beautiful. And then of course, a lot of the homes in the area are really beautiful too. So it's kind of a peaceful area. It's just really, really nice, and it's popular. And you could have a Fishers address and be in the Geist District. You could have an Indianapolis address and be in the Geist District, also McCordsville. So there are a lot of people surrounding the reservoir, which begs the question really is, if I live in the Geist District and I want to use Geist Reservoir, can I do it? Now, it's huge. It is gigantic, so it seems like it would be pretty easy to access. But the truth is, it's not terribly easy to access. So if you live on the water, you of course could access it pretty easily. You could have your own boat dock. You could have your own private access from your house to get into the water if you wanted to. Outside of that, even if you're a house that could see the reservoir, but you don't live right on it, you'll have to cross somebody's property to get into it. And if you didn't want to do that or weren't allowed to do that, then how can you get into the reservoir? There aren't that many ways, honestly, which is changing in the future. There's a Geist Waterfront Park being built. So that actually will be the only true public access to the reservoir. And it's not finished yet. It'll be finished sometime here in the near future. So you won't be able to put a motorized boat into that particular park, but you can bring a non-motorized boat, just like you can here at Geist Park. So park in the parking lot. You can actually grab a kayak if you want to, or a canoe, and you have to walk it down this path to a little, not very fancy boat ramp, and you can drop it right here into Fall Creek, and then you could paddle your way to Geist. But if you have something like a pontoon boat or a ski boat, something like that, then you've got to go to the paid Geist MARINA boat ramp. So you have to go there. They've got a parking lot, and it's limited. So if it fills up on the weekends, especially really popular weekends like Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day, and really a lot of the weekends during the summer, during the boating season, it can fill up pretty fast. But you'll have to pay a fee to launch your boat there. And then of course you got to wait in line sometimes to do that. And if you want to get your boat out, there could be a couple of trucks with their trailers with other people trying to load their boats or get them out of the water, and you could get into that line. So it's going to take some patience for sure. But outside of that, the actual Geist Marina itself, you could launch again, a kayak or a canoe from there, but a motorized boat, pontoon, ski boat, something like that, you have to have a slip there. And I know, especially this early in the year, actually it's for boaters a little late in the year, this is being filmed in 2022, all of those boat slips are taken for the year. So it's something you have to reserve in advance and get there, get your boat in the water, or have a plan for getting your boat in the water to get one of those slips. But that's really the only way you're getting in there. So with as beautiful and as nice as Geist is, the reservoir, it's not truly super easy to access. So again, you've got this part where you can drop a non-motorized boat in, and it can't be a sailboat or something because you gotta hoof it from the parking lot where this truck is right now and this rock behind me. This rock is preventing you from driving down this little gravel path. You'd have to drop it there. I just saw a couple of kayaks in not that long ago. They had a little cart that they could put their kayaks on and walk it down this path. So you kind of have to really want to get in. But if you have a sailboat, something like that, it's not happening here. A sailboat, that's going to have to be at the marina, and likely the paid launch site at the marina. So getting into Geist to boat, when you come here, take a look at Geist and think this is fantastic, you can do it, but you have to have a plan. Now there are other reservoirs in Indiana, like MORSE Reservoir, kind of the same deal, but a little easier to access than this if you want to put something like a kayak or a canoe in. You have Morse Beach, Morse Park, actually really easy to put one in there. And a couple of the places you could really do that, but that's a very, very simple one for Morse. If you get down to Lake Monroe and near Bloomington or Lake Lemon, you can get some different access points, especially Lake Monroe. Lake Monroe has some easier ways to get into, but Geist is fairly restrictive, and it's a very popular place to live for sure. So again, you've got Fishers, you've got Indianapolis, you've got McCordsville, and even Lawrence surrounding Geist Reservoir. So there are lots of opportunities to get in, lots of different price points. You can have multi-million-dollar homes without a doubt, and you can get homes that are $600,000, $500,000, $400,000 and still be in the area of Geist, and even cheaper than that sometimes, although it's getting more expensive for sure. But you can have different size homes, you can have monstrous 10,000 square foot homes, and you can also have homes that are fairly small, maybe a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, something like that, under 2,000 square feet, still in the Geist district in that particular area. So lots of opportunities to live here, just not as many opportunities to get into the reservoir as you might think. So if you guys have any questions at all about Geist Reservoir, or the sun is just completely in my eyes, Indianapolis, Fishers, Lawrence, McCordsville, anywhere in the Indy Metro, then make sure you reach out any way that you know how. And until the next one, we'll see you later.